Hi guys, welcome to the show. You see, I'm moving things around, trying to get stuff set up. I don't even know what I'm doing yet. It's bothersome, but today we got this cool underlight, cause it's cool. But anyway, I know what I want to talk about today. Today I have two and a piece of a drawing coming up, and I'm going to talk about being afraid to fail. And I have a couple of different ways I want to talk about this. One of those ways is I want to talk about being afraid to fail and it limiting your art journey. Like when I was younger, I was drawing X-Men and I was drawing from comics and stuff. And sometimes I could do pretty good. I even won this thing one time. I got it right here actually. Boom. I won this Iceman card signed by Brandon Peterson. I don't know how to make that. Anyway, I won that in a comic book contest. A cartoon contest. My mom, I've been trying to get in art classes, and she signed me up. And at this comic book place, there was this guy there that taught, and the class day was you were supposed to come up with a magazine cover, and he mostly taught how to do things with art, not so much how to draw. Some of those kids in the class, he would talk about could draw better than he could, and I ended up being friends with one of those guys. But let's not get off topic. So the whole thing is there was a point where I would do drawings and I would get frustrated because I would try to draw, say, this drawing on this page of this character. And I could do pretty well doing that. But then if I wanted to do like my own character, man, that would be so busted, like hardcore, just jacked up. And eventually I just stopped trying to draw that thing and only focused on I'm gonna draw out of my head. And I think a lot of people are afraid to do that, and I think it did some good things for me and some bad things. Some of the good things it did was it taught me a lot of things accidentally, but I didn't necessarily I'm not gonna go too far into it, but I wanted to keep going on this afraid to fail thing. So on the other side of that, I'm going to still just use me as an example. So then I got to where I had figured out this trick where I was like, I only use a pen, and I was like using scribbly lines, and then I would like make it into something, and I was having some decent success. That piece right there, that is just a whole and just see what happens, and it turned out pretty good, and I got kind of stuck on it, and I had a friend, and my friend kept trying to get me to be better, and he was like, you're getting pretty good with a pen, you know what you should do? And I was like, what? He's like, use a pencil. And I refused for at least 2 or 3 years until I was working at the tattoo shop. And all they had at the tattoo shop was pencils. So you learn to use a pencil. And he was right. There was I didn't erase a lot, but there's just sometimes it'd be better if you just, start over. And that brings me to another point. I don't know if this was one of the points I was going for, but I like this point. It made me think about one of the drawings we got here. Actually I should wait till it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, I guess. Yeah, it does. We'll wait. But anyway, being afraid to fail can creep up in your artwork in a lot of different ways. You could be afraid to just erase something and start over. Oh, well, there it was. I did it anyway. You'll see later. Sometimes you just gotta erase it, Parts of your thing are good, parts of it aren't. Coming to terms with that is part of it, and that's the piece still might not turn out, It's still it's still, but they can't all be bangers. You still learn something from it. I still enjoyed the process of making the piece, but sometimes you gotta erase stuff and keep going. And some people are afraid to do that. And there's different levels of fear. Art. Why is art such a fearful? I mean, I guess it's because it's so clear cut that we're attempting to do a thing. Like you're definitely trying to do this one thing, and if you don't, man, you fail. You feel like, dang, now I feel like I'm doing the opposite. I'm antagonizing you. You should be afraid. But on the other hand, yeah, that is what I want to argue. I want to argue both sides. Sometimes it's good to be afraid to fail. Sometimes you could set yourself up for failure. I've set myself up for failure and didn't realize it. I wasn't afraid to fail. I was like, yes, let me do this job. I want to work. And then a guy was like, hey, I'll give you $80 to draw this picture of me and my wife as cartoon in your style, And I was like, it was so hard at the time to do my style. And I really had to confront things about myself with that failure. But yeah, I wish I would have been afraid to fail, because it sucked not being able to finish the gig. I mean, I got pretty far on it, but it was just like I'd spent like 20 hours on it and I was just done. And I knew I needed to do some more to it. I mean, it looked decent. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't at the level I wanted it to be at. And, I don't know. That might be a different conversation, but I was trying to say sometimes you gotta, turn it down, just like maybe it would have been but it wasn't, devil's in the details, right? But yeah, sometimes it's good to be afraid, sometimes it's not. And I think some people are afraid to make bad drawings, and I think that should be part of your process. Part of the process is making a bad drawing and turning it into a good drawing. I mean, I had a teacher say that the only layer that matters is the last layer, and that's right. The only thing that matters is the finish. It can be wrong all the way up till the finish. It can be right all the way up to the finish. I've done Photoshop work that it was hard to decide what was the finished product. I was, and during the process, I felt like there was like 20 finished pieces, but in the end, I only sold one of them. But that's kind of what I like about doing this stuff, man. I can't wait till I video me doing some Photoshop. Gotta do me some Photoshop for you guys. I can't just be drawing all the time. I got other skills. Should do one of these little photo things and the blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I want people to not be afraid to fail. These two drawings I failed on. I failed. The first one that it's done now. That first one, there's several points I was satisfied with it. And I just kept going. I just couldn't leave well enough alone. I even tried to get on the computer and figure it out so I wouldn't mess it up. And I feel like I still messed it up. I feel like I could still salvage it, but I was just done with, by that point. I was frustrated. And I can probably go back, but I feel like I learned a lot. I definitely liked a lot about that drawing. And then the second drawing I feel like also was a failure. Like, what is this chick doing? I mean, where are we at right now? Yeah, you can see, like, I didn't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what was the position. I took a little figure and I was just like, oh, I'll just start doing something. And that was an instance of I should have been afraid to fail but I was just like, no, I want to draw. And so now I have homegirl hanging out with this, this little creature here, and look out! I'm gonna get this egg. Why did I draw this? It doesn't make any sense. Look out! I want this egg real bad. And look at him, he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I want that egg. Man, I don't know what was wrong with me, but you know, that's why I wanted to share these two drawings, because even though I don't think they're very successful, they're fun. I enjoyed the process, and I'm so glad I recorded the process so you could see like, hey, it look kind of nice there, or looking and seeing where some of this I did the first one, it felt kind of stiff, and I realized why rewatching it, and can't be afraid to fail. You got to be if you see you're failing and then you can correct it, then that means you're learning. That gives you a growth, that gives you a character arc. I'm having a character arc right here, right now. You're watching me grow during this process. It's like a live movie. We can write the movie together about it. Let's talk about how you remember that time when I realized that I was screwing up artwork, but it was okay. Do you remember that time when I drew the quickening from Highlander? There can be only one. All right, we're getting near the end. I got to do some kind of conclusion and closing up. Yeah, guys, it's the new year. We're kicking it. We're still pandemic style, 2021, hanging out, wearing the mask. I wear a mask on my face so I won't catch a case. Keeping it low key, don't nobody know me. All right, enough of my rap goals. I think those have passed. If I was going to be a rap superstar, can old people become rap superstar? I mean, I guess I could try. I knew this one guy in New Orleans. He was this old guy, and he would just like pull his car up on you and like get out, and he would like boom, and it was him. And you look him. Oh man, I can't remember what his name was. It was like the rapping grandpa or the old gangster or something. Oh, I can't remember. Maybe if you Google. Oh, I should put a link somewhere. All right, I'll find a link and I'll put it down there in the description. Thanks for coming, guys. It's been it's been real. I got to talk real nice into this microphone. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you next time.